Okay, everybody, just stop. Stop, 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 stop. Whatever you're doing, stop. If you're in the living room doing something, stop. If you're in the kitchen, if you're in the bedroom, if you're in the dining room, if you're at the table eating, if you're eating a taco, a pizza, a burger, a hamburger, whatever you're doing, stop, 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 stop. And look at me in my eyes. I'm back. The heat is back on. I'm back in Los Angeles. And the Detroit cop is the Beverly Hills Cop again. Your boy, Axel Foley, at your service. Thank you for giving me your undivided attention. Welcome to the next episode on Sterling on Sinemas. That's Sinemas with an S. And in the words of Sterling Still, this is going to be the review on Beverly Hills Cop II, a part of the Eddie Murphy Show. Live from New York, live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Eddie Murphy Show. On way back Wednesday. So before I begin, if you are new to this channel, first of all, I just want to give a shout out. I just want to give a recognition to all my crowd and my audience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for reaching them numbers. Thank you for making those numbers go from 50, 100, 150, 200 to eventually 300. Currently sitting at 306 last time I checked. Thank you for your support. Keep on doing that. Keep on raising the numbers, huh? Keep on raising the numbers just like you raise your hands in school, just like you raise your taxes, just like you raise everything. Keep on doing that. But thank you for your support anyway. I'm just so gracious. I don't know what to say. So, let's just get right into it, shall we? So, I, Axel Foley, your favorite hard-nosed Detroit cop, has returned to Los Angeles to help solve another case. But this time, unlike my best friend being killed, there's no personal or emotional connection to it. But I must direct my efforts towards unraveling the alphabet crimes. And no, it has nothing to do with Z crimes. A crimes, nothing to do with Z crimes. It's not a Zodiac killers, because I already been through that last week, off screen, offset. Don't want to talk about it no more. But alphabet crimes, these series of robberies are committed by leather-jacketed punks who would have only taken plagiarism and inspiration from my act that I'll be doing next month in purple leather. Because, you know, Keenan Ivory Wayans took my red leather and used it for In Living Color. That's where you see French Fry on In Living Color later down in the future. But this investigation puts me on the trail of an illegal arms dealer and his hit lady who was supposed to be Stallone's wife. I don't know what happened. Stallone was originally supposed to get this role, but which is why you see her in this film, but eventually he would have gotten the role of Marion Cobretti, which is kind of getting a shout out in this film. Cobretti is like his version of what would have been his Axel Foley, but now I'm Axel Foley, and it's all about quick wit and quick skills and quick thinking. Alrighty, so let me be honest about it here. Beverly Hills Cop II attempts to surpass its predecessor in ways that are both efficient and inefficient. This is one of those sequels that are not as good, but fun to watch nonetheless. It should go without saying that I have praised the first Beverly Hills Cop for how well Eddie Murphy carries the movie. You know what I mean? I have and will repetitively claim the height of Murphy's stature with his on-screen presence, especially for the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. Like one of the only franchises to keep his fame alive, to keep my fame alive. Evidently, Murphy is just all in his element here in the character of Axel Foley, and that they are just one and the same. You can't say Murphy without saying Foley, and you can't say Foley without saying Murphy, and you can't go into the film industry without bringing a Foley with you. But, long story short, if anybody else were to play Axel Foley, like nobody else should play him, but if anybody else were to play Axel Foley, then this wouldn't have become a trilogy, or probably wouldn't have even gotten a sequel or a threequel. Now I understand that every nowadays, even during my prime, movies having sequels are very rare and not unheard of before then. Not unheard of before the 70s and 80s. But nowadays, you young folks get all the sequels and reboots and spin-offs and all the bells and whistles of entertainment as your favorite franchises. We didn't have that back then. When I was growing up, we didn't have that back then. So again, it's just rare to see part 2, Roman numerals. The only other place I saw Roman numerals was in the Star Wars franchise and Rocky series, which you'll see me do a bit on later next week in Raw. But 3 years later, we get the exact same energy times 2, which is enough to compensate for the mundane plot. To reiterate, Sterling did say last week, or the last Beverly Hills Cop review, that an argument on whether the plot holds up or not is irrelevant, because any scene that feels underwhelmingly written will be inevitably pardoned by my overwhelming dominant nature. Like, remember when I was at the construction site? Well, not even the construction site, but the construction site of the mansion, and I needed to get inside, not really for anything police related, but I saw them, I was telling them to just stop. Just stop, stop, stop. The 4-letter word, the only other 4-letter word besides love that has a heavy weight. Stop, 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 stop. I tell them to stop, hit it in the hand, stop banging hammers on it, stop at the hammer, stop at the wood, stop at the construction, stop at the tools, stop what you're doing, take your hands off of the blueprint, step away from the wood, step aside so I can get inside, through the building, and step in the pool. Now, the plot device, like I said, helps the first Beverly Hills Cop to stand is the personal and emotional drive for why Axel Foley goes to Beverly Hills. Now, Beverly Hills Cop repeats the narrative cycle in more ways than one. The sequel's strongholds are the only things that contrast this film from the last, such as double the energy, double the improvisation from Eddie Murphy, and the improved chemistry between Taggert and Rosewood. Now, Rosewood is starting to look more like me. Only thing he's missing is a black face and an afro. Now, the remaining aspects are either new attempts to fall short or revisits that do not quite land anywhere. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 48%. And I don't know if you saw my Instagram review, but Eddie Murphy loves sequels. But sometimes sequels don't love Eddie back, because sequels don't always have to play by Eddie's rules. Because Eddie loves to party all the time, if you know what I'm saying. Now, while not as fresh on his toes like the original, Beverly Hills Cop II serves as a fun continuation that carries over everything that was already lauded but is unable to create something nuanced. So for that, Sterling would give it a C, just a C, not even a C plus or a C minus. He was a straight A student in school, but he's going to give this a C. A 7.5 out of 10, and it does not even come close to the original. And I hope the threequel won't even come close to this one or the original either. But that is my review. That is my take on Sterling's review on Beverly Hills Cop 2. You can let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. Now, I know some people would say that this is one of his... No, I'm confused. I was going to say this was one of his better films during his career, but that's The Golden Child. I think The Golden Child was one of his better performances, or one of my better performances. But this one obviously made more money at its box office than the first film, because sequels have that type of gimmick of making more money than its predecessor. Anyhow, feel free to share your thoughts, beg to differ, agree to disagree in the comments below with nice words and professionalism. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!